And once that happened, it changed me. You know, when you have a bit of success and you've not had that much success earlier, it changes you. It suddenly, you feel that maybe you can do more. Maybe you are worth it. And then when I finished IIT at that time, people said, okay, this MBA is something which is new, and if you really want to rise in an organization, you may need an MBA one day also. So why don't you try for that? So I tried and I got in and I did an MBA. And after I did an MBA, I got a job which was the highest. I just said which job pays the highest. Because I stopped dreaming in a way after that again. I said I'll get a job, I'll make money. Maybe you can say that was the dream. But not very clear. So I got a job in a bank in Hong Kong and I was working, and he used to pay me a lot of money, more money that I have ever seen. And I thought, okay, this is my life now. This is what I'll do. And it was a good life. But in a few years, I started feeling something else. Something I'd never felt before. That there is more. There may be more to life. There may be more to what I am meant to do. I think that is where the real dream came. That is where the real me came and said, maybe you're meant to do something more, you know. I didn't know what it was. All I knew was just going to the bank in the morning, coming back in the evening was not what all I wanted to do in life. That was literally it. So my dream was to do something more than banking. I didn't have much time. I had a family, bank job was very busy. So the only thing I thought was writing, because somehow throughout my childhood years I had had something for writing. And also writing is something you can do even when you're in a job somewhere. I mean, you know, it's not like you need a lot of facilities to do it. It's not like I was saying golf, you need a golf course. But for writing you need pen and paper. And then I wrote my first book, 5 Points a Month, at that time, without really having any idea what I'll do with it. I thought maybe I'll just get it published and then go back to my bank job, because that's all I wanted. And when I wrote that book, I went to get it published. Most publishers didn't want to publish it. They said it's not good enough. It's not the kind of book that sells. It's not the kind of book that will do well. So I said, okay, fine, what to do now? I don't know publishing industry, maybe they are saying it. So you know, maybe that's the way they are right. Luckily, I got a publisher. Finally, after many tries, I think they took me. And my book came out. And it became quite successful. At that time, when I published a book, 5,000 copies was used to be considered a bestseller. People said 5,000 copies, your book is a bestseller. That's 2004 I'm talking about. 5 Points a Month came out and sold 1 million copies. And it just took everybody by surprise. It took me by surprise. And that, I would say, changed me one more time. I realized not only I need to dream, but I need to dream something that is true to me. You can dream 100 things. You can dream of having a private plane. You can dream of having a garden. You can dream of, I don't know, having a hospital, whatever it is. But there are some dreams that is truly your dreams. And when you do truly your dreams, sometimes amazing things happen. Once that happened, I realized that my dreams are going to be very important to me. What happens is, even if people have dreams, sometimes they don't have dreams, but even if they have dreams, they sideline them. They say, yeah, I have this dream, but baad mein karenge. Yeah, it's not so important. I have this dream, but it's okay, you know, what about this dream? I have to do a job, I have to take care of these things. I said, I will never do this in my life again. I will put my dreams at first priority. Everything else will be second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth priority. So, it was just reordering. Everybody has dreams, everybody has practical things to do. But I just put it in reordering. So I said my dream is now to see if I can become full-time writer. I took that dream, wrote more books. 3 books later, I was able to leave my job. It was difficult because I had a very secure, very high-paying job. But I said, if I can make 3 books become hits, then maybe I can do this. So that was one dream fulfilled. Then after a while I said, let's have another one. Because the thing about dreams is, if you fulfill one, you need to have more to keep going in life. So I said, I want to make my stories reach more and more Indians. So one option is to write more stories, promote them, sell more books. But the fact is the books were in English. So how many people can it reach? There's a limit. But movies don't have that limit, or not as much. I said I want my books to become movies. Again a lot of people felt, how is that going to happen? How can an English novel become Hindi movies? You can have a small independent film for it, but like a big mainstream movie, how is it possible? But by that time I had had a lot of faith in my dreams. By that time, nobody could tell me that this can't be done. I knew this can be done, so I will. So, the movies happened. And you've seen many of them. 3 Idiots, of course, became the most successful. Kai Puche, Hello was another one. Then I took another dream, which was to inspire young people, to become a speaker, to go out there, meet people. It had nothing to do with stories. It had nothing to do with storytelling. So I became a speaker like I am today. And then I had another dream, to change the way India is. So I started writing in newspapers, columns, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere on politics. Again people felt, movies, books is one thing, it's a different industry. Politics is very different. But then I started writing and even that started getting noticed. People said, you are youth icon now, X, Y, Z, whatever. And so I am here today. 3-4 years ago I started writing about change, politics, things like that. We are now seeing some of that happening. In the last month, 2 months, you have seen some results, new parties, new things happening. So I feel good that the effort I put in that direction, it was the right direction. What does it all mean? What does it all mean for you? What does it all mean for the young students sitting here? When you see a school like this, which was not there 2 years ago, and it's growing so much and so beautifully, when you see people like me, you need to realize that the first ingredient is the dream. That comes only from you. It's very difficult for people to come and say, hey, I'm going to give you a dream. Maybe they can give you ideas, maybe they can inspire you, maybe they can discuss. But nobody is going to say, I'm going to give you a dream and this is your dream from tomorrow. Dream is yours. So the first ingredient, when you start cooking, the first thing, the oil in the kadhai, that is the dream. The next thing is your effort. Just dreaming is not going to make them real. It's the first ingredient. It's very important. Maybe it's a small ingredient like a salt or oil, like I said. Without it you can't cook. But after that you have to add other things, which is your effort, which is your willpower, your motivation, your patience, your ability to learn, your ability to fall, failure. All this begins after that. All this everyone has to go through. Frustration, failure, tiredness, exhaustion, fatigue, boredom, effort, judgments from people. All this will happen. But you do all this, mix it with your dream, cook it for a really long time. That's the real other thing. Any worthwhile dream takes a long time. People call me that I've risen very fast, but it's been already 10 years since my first book came out, and the struggle started 3-4 years before that. So to stand here today, to get that chief guest thing, just as a writer has taken 13-14 years, then of course all the education before that. So it takes time. So it's one of those slow cooking dish. Dreams are very slow cooking. But it's a very delicious dish if you are having the patience and you are ready to put all the right ingredients to make these dreams come true. This school is set to grow. There's no doubt. It's still small, so it is going to grow. This school is going to keep looking at its infrastructure. But what is the most important thing that makes a school or an educational institute? Why do people go to IIT? Is it the buildings? Yeah, they're very nice buildings. But there are many places with buildings. Is it the playgrounds? Yes, nice playgrounds, but that's not right. It is because the people there. This applies to not only the faculty but also the students. If students from here shine in the real world, that is going to be the biggest boost to this school. And that is what your responsibility is now. If this was an established 50-year-old school, maybe you can say, you know what, yeah, I'll see what I can do. But you are all ambassadors of this school. You are going to be the first people who will go out there. If you dream and if you work to make those dreams come true, like I did, or like they are doing, then it will be fun. Then it will really make it a rocking school. And that is when, you can really justify the theme today, that dream on. All you guys have to go out there and start dreaming and make those dreams come true. When they come true, remember your school. Tell others I went to this school. I told you know which school I went to? Army Public School. Even now, I went there, I joined Army Public School in nursery first. So 35 years ago I joined. I stayed for 10-12 years. So 25-year-olds back I must have left it or whatever. I still remember it. And today my school is proud of me. I wish you do the same. I wish you get out there. Nothing will make the people here happier than you doing well in life. Nothing. All this land, all these buildings are nothing compared to what you can bring to this school. So today take a pledge that you will not only make it in life for yourself, but for others, for your parents, for all those who love you, and for your school. Thank you so much.